Bruce Lee was not only a legendary fighter but also a warrior philosopher, a man whose deepest thoughts reached far beyond the martial arts arena. Behind every punch and kick lay a philosophy shaped by discipline, struggle, and the quest for truth. He believed that martial arts were not just about combat, they were a path to self-knowledge. Bruce often said, "All knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge." For him, fighting was not about defeating others but about defeating fear, doubt, and limitations within oneself. One of his deepest reflections was the idea of being like water. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. This was not simply about technique, it was about life itself. Water adapts to every obstacle, yet nothing can resist its persistence. To Bruce, wisdom was the ability to stay flexible, yet unbreakable. Bruce also rejected rigid traditions, saying, "Man, the living creature, the creating individual, is always more important than any established style or system." He believed freedom of expression was the highest form of mastery. His art, Jeet Kune Do, was not a fixed style but a philosophy of constant growth and discovery. At the core of his deepest thoughts was authenticity. To me, ultimately, martial arts means honestly expressing yourself. Bruce taught that the greatest victory was to live truthfully, without masks, without fear, and without compromise. As a warrior, he mastered combat. As a philosopher, he mastered the mind. Together, these sides made Bruce Lee a symbol of human potential, a reminder that strength without wisdom is blind, and wisdom without action is powerless. His deepest thoughts continue to inspire because they are not bound by time or culture, they are universal truths that guide anyone seeking mastery, balance, and the courage to live authentically. Bruce Lee is remembered as the greatest martial artist of all time, but what truly set him apart was his identity as a warrior philosopher. His deepest thoughts were not limited to combat techniques, they reached into the essence of life itself. Every punch he threw and every philosophy he shared was rooted in a lifelong search for truth, freedom, and self-mastery. Bruce believed that martial arts were a mirror of life. He once said, "All knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge." To him, training was not about destroying an opponent, it was about understanding one's fears, weaknesses, and inner strength. The battlefield was never just physical, it was within the mind and spirit. One of his most profound reflections was his famous teaching, "Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water." He saw water as the perfect teacher, adaptable, humble, yet unstoppable. It flows gently but can also carve through mountains. This metaphor revealed his belief that life demands flexibility, resilience, and the ability to transform in any situation without losing one's essence. He also challenged blind tradition, saying, "Man, the living creature, the